Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these things are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
Well, he is telling the truth. You will only see ugly and fat people in these rallies. You won't see any beauties in these parades. So be offended, people.
Would you rather have a vegan son or an OnlyFans daughter? Oof, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough decision. A vegan son. If I was a father and I had a vegan son, he would bring absolute disgrace to my bloodline. He would make me a laughingstock. He would make our family a joke. He'd make a mockery out of me as a father. But if I had an OnlyFans daughter, that's terrible too. That's terrible. That's awful. If my daughter sold her body for money and sexualized herself on the internet, I'm a man of God. A vegan son though, that doesn't eat steak. Imagine having a son that didn't eat steak. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that?
It was not tough at all. OnlyFans can destroy one's life, family, and one's body. Their pictures and videos are permanent on internet. The damage that comes from doing OnlyFans doesn't go away. But nobody will seriously think lowly of vegans. Plus, there is always a possibility that vegan son could change his diet.
What is the most effective way that people can lose weight?
Eat less food, do more exercise.
No, you were talking about his. Can we hear from the medical professional in the room?
Excuse me? Do you guys want one shake or pass it on to the next person and double it?
Double.
Do you want 2 shakes or we'll pass it on to the next person and double it?
What'd you put in them?
Bro, this is M&M and this is matcha.
That one looks good, but I think you should double it. Run it to the next person, and I'm
Alright.
trying to slim her down, but
Take 4 shakes or pass it on to the next person and double it.
Take 4.
We all knew which decision she would take.
Of course, overeating can cause weight gain very fast, but losing the same weight takes months and months of hard work.
How are women specifically overall, not just one woman individually, how are they oppressed in today's society?
I mean anything.
Can you drive?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to have a credit card?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to buy a house?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to work a job?
Yeah.
Aren't those all the same things that men can do?
No, because men can go out without being catcalled. Men don't have to worry about their safety as much. Men can basically walk around doing whatever the fuck they want, and women have to worry about everything on the goddamn planet.
That's actually not true. What was that statistic that we brought up?
Over 80% of violent crime in the country happens to men.
And who set that system up?
Look up the statistic.
Okay, awesome.
A lot of women are very greedy. Women have more rights than men. Women have more chances than men. How entitled can you be to think you are oppressed while still getting all the necessities and benefits available? This woman mindset is very trash.
That racism is not causing divide. There's a divide anyway. We need to be speaking about what the root of racism, what the root of sexism is. And sexism doesn't come from women. So of course it's caused by men. This is a social construct.
You don't think women can be sexist?
I don't think that women can enforce misogyny.
What a load of nonsense.
No, because it's all...
You don't think any women can be
women
sexist?
Women don't uphold the patriarchy, Piers. That is
uphold
not the
what?
case. The patriarchy.
What's that?
You don't know what the patriarchy is.
I do, but explain it.
The patriarchy is basically a structure that puts men at the top of power. So it's not women that enforce the patriarchy, because women don't have anything to...
The 5 most powerful people in this country currently are women.
If there was a patriarchy, you would have never gotten a chance to appear on a show and freely talk about anything on your mind.
When did Hazel decide that she was no longer going to be a girl?
Hazel decided that they were non-binary when they were about 4. They had been exploring gender before that, trying on different pronouns, experimenting with different names. But they picked they, them pronouns and chose the name Hazel when they were 4
Ari,
years old.
with the greatest of respect, I have a 7-year-old daughter, right? When she was 4 years old, her main decision of the day was whether to watch Peppa Pig or Frozen. She had not a clue what about gender identity or non-binary or any of this stuff. And I put it to you that this wasn't Hazel's idea, this was your idea. You decided that Hazel had gender issues that she needed to address, and you persuaded your daughter that she was no longer to be a girl, didn't you?